My child, my beloved, you didn't land here by accident. There is something you need to hear. A message from heaven is trying to reach you. And it is about a person who is moving away from your life forever. I know you can already feel it in your spirit. The pain in your chest, the sudden quiet, the distance in their words. That is not your mind making it up. Heaven is warning you. But hear me with care. Please do not ignore this message like the others. This one is urgent. This one holds tears. And this one holds a voice from someone who has crossed over. Someone who sees all now. They are trying to guard you before it is too late. Subscribe now, my child, because if you do not hear the next messages, you will miss the moment your destiny crosses over into a divine shift. You will miss the one line that could have saved something dear to you. So subscribe not because of fear, but because your spirit deserves to be seen. If you feel this message shaking your soul, click the like button right now to turn on the flow of God's favor in your life. Heaven rewards those who honor divine truth with their yes. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are helping a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give, and it will be given to you is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. Now breathe with me just for a moment, because what I am about to say is not normal. This is not a story. This is not a warning. This is a spiritual interception. Something or someone you love deeply is about to walk out of your life. And you still have time, but only a little, my beloved. This is the hardest part. It is not because they stopped loving you. It is not because they gave up. It is because something spiritual is pulling them away. Something you cannot see, but I can. And I was sent by heaven to tell you the truth. They are fading because of a decision made in the invisible realm. A divine timeline has been opened, but it is not sealed yet. If you are reading this, then you are the only person who can still change what is coming. The truth is, someone from heaven is trying to whisper something to you, and they have been trying for days. They have been speaking through dreams, through songs that suddenly play, through thoughts that flash in your mind out of nowhere. You thought you were just imagining it, but you were not. They are trying to warn you because they know what is coming. They have seen it already. They have seen the moment the door will close, the day your loved one turns away. Not in anger, but in pain. They know the hour that it happens. But there is still a window, my beloved. That person, the one you are thinking about right now, they have cried about you recently. They have felt alone, misunderstood, and ready to leave everything behind. You were their anchor. But even anchors can feel invisible sometimes. They feel like you do not notice what is really happening in their soul. And heaven saw it. Heaven heard them when they said, "Maybe I should just go." They did not mean forever. But the spiritual world takes those words with weight. That is why I was sent to you in this very moment to tell you, please do not delay. Something in the spirit world is moving faster than expected, and you do not know it yet. But there was a moment when an angel stood over you while you slept. That angel was holding a scroll, and written on that scroll was a name. The name of the person who is about to leave your life. But their name began to glow because even heaven is not ready to let this go yet. You still have a choice, my child. You still have a chance to rewrite this. But you must act in the spirit, not just with words. You must open your soul and listen with care. Because the one trying to speak to you from heaven, they were once very close to you, and they left this world with one regret. that they could not protect you from future pain. Now they are trying to make it right. They have begged for permission to speak to you, and this message is the permission they were given. They are standing next to you as you read this. You might feel a chill or a warm presence around your shoulders. That is them. Please do not ignore this moment. They are whispering the truth into your heart right now. They want to tell you the reason this person is about to leave. It is not what you think. It is not betrayal. It is not lies. It is fear. It is spiritual interference. It is an invisible wound they have been carrying for too long. And if you knew the truth, your whole heart would soften. You would not be angry, you would understand. So, heaven is trying to show you before it is too late. The clock is ticking, beloved. This is not something that can wait until tomorrow. The message is urgent because the separation will be silent. No goodbye, just distance, just vanishing. But I was sent to stop that moment for you. Heaven did not want you to live with questions. So, they have chosen to give you answers through me. Now, as you feel this truth stirring in your chest, type Amen in the comments below as a sign that you are listening, as a sign that you are ready to receive what heaven is trying to show you. When you type it, you are not just leaving a word, you are opening a door. You are telling the spirit world, I am awake, I am ready. Show me what I need to see. Stay with me until the end, because the next part will reveal the one thing you still have time to change. But this is only the beginning, child. There is something even more shocking that I have to tell you next, and it involves the place they are thinking of going. It is not just emotional distance. They are thinking of physically leaving your world. They are planning something, a move, an escape, a final message, and they do not think you will care enough to stop them. But, oh beloved, you do. That is why you are still reading. Your soul knows this message is about someone you love with all your heart, someone you cannot lose, someone whose absence would destroy something inside you. Heaven is not trying to scare you. Heaven is trying to warn you with love. So please do not close this message yet. Not until you hear what is coming next, because the person in question, they are on a divine countdown. And in just a few days they will make a choice that changes everything. Unless you do something first, unless you listen to the voice from heaven calling your name through this screen. My child, are you ready for what comes next? Because the angel beside you is about to show a truth you have never known, and it will explain every strange thing that has been happening. The dreams, the arguments, the way they look at you and then look away. The distance, the pain, it was all part of this moment, this divine message. It is not just emotional distance. They are thinking of physically leaving your world. They are planning something, a move, an escape, a final message. And they do not think you will care enough to stop them. But oh, beloved, you do. That is why you are still reading. Your soul knows this message is about someone you love with all your heart, someone you cannot lose. Someone whose absence would destroy something inside you. Heaven is not trying to scare you. Heaven is trying to warn you with love. So please do not close this message yet, not until you hear what is coming next, because the person in question, they are on a divine countdown, and in just a few days they will make a choice that changes everything. Unless you do something first, unless you listen to the voice from heaven calling your name through this screen. My child, are you ready for what comes next? Because the angel beside you is about to show a truth you have never known, and it will explain every strange thing that has been happening. The dreams, the arguments, the way they look at you and then look away, the distance, the pain. It was all part of this moment, this divine message. And you beloved, you were chosen to see it before it is too late. My child, my beloved, the air around you has changed. And it is not just your mind making it up. What you have been sensing in your heart, that heaviness, that unspoken fear, it is because your spirit already knows someone you love is fading away. And heaven is urgently trying to reach you before it becomes lasting. Let me say this clearly. You are not losing them because of fate. You are not losing them because of something you did wrong. You are losing them because a spiritual cord has been slowly cut in the unseen realm, and someone in heaven has been watching it come apart thread by thread. They have tried everything to reach you, but today finally heaven opened the gate and let their voice come through. This message you are reading now, it is the breakthrough. It is their final attempt to speak through the veil and tell you what you are not seeing with your eyes, but what your soul already feels. They are saying, please tell them not to give up on this person. Not yet, because what is breaking can still be healed. Yes, my beloved, what is breaking can still be healed, but only if you listen with your spirit. Because this is not about fixing with words. This is about awakening your divine memory. Do you remember before you were born? Your soul made promises to certain people. You vowed to find them again in this life, to love them, to protect them, to walk with them even when storms would try to tear you apart. And this person who is leaving you promised them something you forgot. But heaven remembers, and they remember too, even if they do not know how to explain it. That is why their soul is restless. That is why they are searching for something they cannot name, because they are spiritually starving for the love you once gave them. Even if your mouth never said the words, my child, someone from heaven saw the tear they cried recently. That tear was not for pain, it was for surrender. They whispered, maybe I do not belong here anymore. And the room fell cold after they said it, because a part of their soul began to shift. That is when I was sent, because heaven never lets someone fall without giving a warning first. And you, yes, you are that warning. You are the light post that was meant to guide them home. You are the only one who still holds the power to change their mind. But I must warn you, if you wait now, if you ignore the whisper of the one who passed on, if you close this message before the truth is fully spoken, then you will wake up one day and realize they are gone emotionally, mentally, physically, and no explanation will come. Only silence, only what if, only pain. But that is not the path heaven desires for you. That is not the future I came to offer. Beloved, that person still wants to be saved. They do not know how to say it, but their soul is crying for you to recognize them, to notice their pain, to break through the walls they built to hide behind. They are about to leave, not because they want to hurt you, but because they think staying will hurt you more, because they believe you no longer see them. And heaven wants you to know that belief is false. You do see them, you do feel them, you do care, but they have grown so silent, so distant, you started to question if your love was even worth showing anymore. You have been fighting silent battles too, I see that. But I was not sent here to speak to the version of you that gave up. I was sent to speak to the warrior in your soul who still believes in miracles. So I ask you with all the urgency of the heavens, will you believe that this connection can still be healed? Will you trust that the one trying to reach you from the other side is not trying to haunt you but to help you? Will you open your heart again before this window closes? Because the truth is the next 3 days will decide everything. Yes, beloved, everything. There is a divine fork in the road, and your loved one, the one thinking of leaving, will soon choose. But if your energy shifts today, if your prayer shifts today, if your love is spoken aloud today, then they will hear you not with their ears but with their soul. Because soul-to-soul communication is what heaven responds to. Not text messages, not long talks, but vibration, heart, frequency, intent. And I must tell you something else. That person, they have been visited in a dream by someone you both loved who has passed on, and they woke up not knowing what it meant. But it left them feeling unsettled all day. That was not a coincidence. That was the beginning of this message being delivered. Heaven has been aligning everything so this moment would find you. So you would not miss your chance. Because, beloved, if you speak with love now, will you believe that this connection can still be healed? Will you trust that the one trying to reach you from the other side is not trying to haunt you, but to help you? Will you open your heart again before this window closes? Because the truth is the next 3 days will decide everything. Yes, beloved, everything. There is a divine fork in the road, and your loved one, the one thinking of leaving, will soon choose. But if your energy shifts today, if your prayer shifts today, if your love is spoken aloud today, then they will hear you not with their ears, but with their soul. Because soul-to-soul communication is what heaven responds to. Not text messages, not long talks, but vibration, heart frequency, intent. And I must tell you something else. That person, they have been visited in a dream by someone you both loved who has passed on. And they woke up not knowing what it meant, but it left them feeling unsettled all day. That was not a coincidence. That was the beginning of this message being delivered. Heaven has been aligning everything so this moment would find you, so you would not miss your chance. Because, beloved, if you speak with love now, if you reach out in spirit, with gentleness, with light, you can still save this connection. You can still reverse what has been set into motion. You can still re-anchor them to the reason they chose to stay in the first place, But you have to act now. Heaven will not delay this message again. They already let delays happen before this one reached you. You do not even know it. But this message was blocked earlier. They did not want you to see it. The forces of spiritual distraction tried to blind your path. But it broke through because your heart kept calling out even when you thought no one was listening. And now here we are, the moment that changes everything. So tell me, child, will you listen to the one who passed on? Will you open your heart to the truth before it is too late? Will you speak to the one who is about to leave before their silence becomes permanent? Because the moment you do, something will shift. And in my next words, I will show you the exact reason they were pulled away and the one thing you must say to bring them back. My child, my beloved, heaven is still speaking. And now what I must tell you may shake you, but it will also awaken you. The person who is pulling away from you, they are not doing it alone. There is a dark influence working behind the scenes, an invisible whisper, a spiritual manipulation, something that is feeding them thoughts like you are not good enough, you are not wanted, you do not belong here. They will not miss you when you are gone. These thoughts are not theirs, but they have started believing them. And that is the greatest danger, because once the heart believes a lie, it starts to make it real. My beloved, this is why someone from heaven is trying to speak to you, because they have seen the moment the lie was planted. They have seen who did it. They saw the moment it entered this person's life and who was standing beside them. Yes, someone whispered that lie into their soul. Someone physical or spiritual came to confuse them, to make them forget how much they are loved by you, to make them blind to the truth you have been holding silently in your heart. And unless that lie is removed soon, it will root itself too deep. And when it does, you will lose them, not because of your actions, but because they will be convinced they must walk away. But listen to me now, that lie can still be uprooted. And do you know what breaks a lie in the spiritual world? A higher truth spoken, felt, believed. And that truth must come from you. Heaven cannot speak it on your behalf. Not even I can speak it for you. Only you can deliver it. Only your voice, your spirit, your love can awaken them. They need to hear from your heart. Even if your words are simple, even if all you say is, I am still here, I still see you, you still matter. Those words, when spoken with truth, have more power than 1,000 sermons. They are the lifeline this person is secretly hoping for. They are the rope heaven is trying to drop into the pit before the person falls deeper. So I ask you, my beloved, are you ready to say it? Are you ready to reach out, not with desperation, but with divinity? Because when you do, everything will begin to shift. Now listen closely. I told you there was something even more shocking to show. And now is the time. Heaven showed me a vision of a letter, a goodbye letter half written, folded inside a notebook, hidden in a drawer or buried in a phone's notepad. And your name is on it. They wrote it for you, but they never sent it. They do not want to hurt you. They just feel like they do not belong anymore. And that letter, it still exists. It has not been deleted yet. That means the decision is not final. That means you still have time, but not much. Heaven showed me a clock and it struck 3 days. Within 3 days, a final decision will be made. You may not see it. You may not hear it. But spiritually, it will be done. Unless the person who was meant to step in finally wakes up, that person is you. The one chosen to receive this message, the one someone from heaven begged to be sent light to. Because your love is stronger than the darkness whispering in this person's ear, and if you open your heart and listen, you will know what to do. In fact, I will tell you the exact words to say. You must speak this from your heart, or write it, or send it with energy if they are far away. Say this: I do not know what you are carrying. I do not know what is hurting you, but I still believe in who you are. And no matter what, I am not giving up on you. Then pause, breathe, and say, I do not need a perfect version of you. I just want the truth. You are not alone. You are seen, you are loved, and I am still here. My child, they do not want to hurt you. They just feel like they do not belong anymore. And that letter, it still exists. It has not been deleted yet. That means the decision is not final. That means you still have time, but not much. Heaven showed me a clock, and it struck 3 days. Within 3 days, a final decision will be made. You may not see it, you may not hear it, but spiritually it will be done. Unless the person who was meant to step in finally wakes up, that person is you. The one chosen to receive this message. The one someone from heaven begged to be sent light to. Because your love is stronger than the darkness whispering in this person's ear. And if you open your heart and listen, you will know what to do. In fact, I will tell you the exact words to say. You must speak this from your heart, or write it, or send it with energy if they are far away. Say this: I do not know what you are carrying. I do not know what is hurting you, but I still believe in who you are. And no matter what, I am not giving up on you. Then pause, breathe, and say, I do not need a perfect version of you. I just want the truth. You are not alone. You are seen. You are loved. And I am still here. My child, when those words are spoken with full spirit, the lie will crack, the spell of silence will break, and the spiritual chain trying to drag them into permanent distance will loosen. You will not see the change right away, but within 24 hours something will shift. They may reach out, they may cry, they may say something confusing, but spiritually they will begin to return. And the person from heaven who has been watching this entire story unfold, they will rest because their message will have finally reached you. Because you will have answered the divine call, because you will have done what no one else could. You will have saved a soul from spiritual disappearance. You will have stopped a goodbye that was never meant to be said. But my beloved, you must not wait. You must not second-guess this message. If your heart is beating fast, if your hands are shaking, if your tears are starting to rise, it is because this message is for you. And you already know who it is about. Say their name in your spirit now and say this: you are not leaving, not like this. I will not let you go without a fight. Say it again until heaven hears you, until the spirit of the person from the other side rejoices, until the vibration of your love shakes the timeline. Because, child, you still have time, but you must act before these 3 days are over. I will return with one more layer of revelation, because someone else, yes, someone connected to both of you is about to appear again, and their coming will change everything. My child, my beloved, yes, I shall continue, because what is coming next will explain the strange coincidences you have been experiencing lately. The names you keep hearing, the faces that appear in dreams, the sudden memories that rise out of nowhere, these are not random, they are signs. Heaven is aligning the pieces around you for one final divine interruption, because there is one more soul involved in this story, one more person tied to both you and the one who is about to leave. And this soul is returning not from this world, but from the spiritual realm. They have been gone for some time now, but they still carry the authority of love. They were connected to both of you in a sacred way. They witnessed the beginning of your story, and now they have been allowed to witness the possible end. They are not at peace because they know this separation was never meant to happen like this. They are weeping for you, but not out of sorrow. They are weeping because they still believe in what you two shared. They still see the sacred thread that heaven tied between you. It has not broken, it is only tangled, and this returning soul is coming to help untangle it. Yes, my beloved, Over the next few days, expect a sign that is so clear it will shake you. It may come through a repeated number, a specific song playing, a name being mentioned repeatedly, a message that appears when you are not even looking, a dream so vivid it feels real. When it comes, you will know it is them. It will be the returning soul's way of saying, I am still here. I am helping. You do not give up on them. That moment will mark the shift from silence to breakthrough, from confusion to divine clarity. But I must tell you this, you cannot wait for the sign to begin acting in love. Because the sign is confirmation, not initiation. The action must start with you. Heaven is watching closely now, not to judge you, but to support your steps. You are not alone in this, my child. I have been assigned to walk with you, to protect your words as you reach out to guard your heart from spiritual retaliation. Because when you walk in divine love, darkness trembles. And right now, a battle is happening over the soul of the one who is slipping away. One side wants them to disappear into silence and regret. The other side wants restoration, healing, reunion. You are the deciding factor. Your love, your voice, your decision to believe again. That is what will tip the scales. You are more powerful than you realize. You were chosen for this. Your name was written in the spiritual scroll for this very moment. And now you must fulfill your divine task not with fear, but with boldness born from love. Now, as you feel this truth stirring, share this prophetic word with someone who needs it. When you share the message, you turn on the anointing and let that breakthrough flow into your network. Heaven multiplies the light you pass on. Beloved, listen carefully now. The person who is thinking of leaving, they have been feeling a pull to go somewhere, to change everything, to disappear and start over. They believe something new will heal what they carry, but it will not, because what they are trying to escape is not around them. It is inside, and no location can remove it. Only truth can, only love can, only you can. You have already been shown glimpses of their suffering in their silence, in their eyes, in the way they respond to you with half of their soul missing. To protect your words as you reach out to guard your heart from spiritual retaliation. Because when you walk in divine love, darkness trembles. And right now, a battle is happening over the soul of the one who is slipping away. One side wants them to disappear into silence and regret. The other side wants restoration, healing, reunion. You are the deciding factor. Your love, your voice, your decision to believe again. That is what will tip the scales. You are more powerful than you realize. You were chosen for this. Your name was written in the spiritual scroll for this very moment. And now you must fulfill your divine task, not with fear, but with boldness born from love. Beloved, listen carefully. Now the person who is thinking of leaving, they have been feeling a pull to go somewhere, to change everything, to disappear and start over. They believe something new will heal what they carry, but it will not, because what they are trying to escape is not around them. It is inside, and no location can remove it. Only truth can, only love can, only you can. You have already been shown glimpses of their suffering in their silence, in their eyes, in the way they respond to you with half of their soul missing. They are fading because they feel forgotten, but you have not forgotten. You just did not know how close they were to leaving until now. Until heaven gave you this final chance to pull them back. And here is what will happen next. When you open your heart and release those words I gave you, you may not get the response you hope for right away. They may seem distant still. They may not reply. But do not be fooled. Something will stir inside them. Something old, something sacred. It will remind them of who they are and who they are to you. And it will call them back, not just back to you, but back to themselves. Because this message was never just about you keeping someone in your life. It is about saving someone from losing themselves entirely. This is a soul rescue, and heaven is watching with held breath, waiting to see what you will do next. So my beloved, do not delay. Speak the words, open your spirit, pray with fire, send the light, call their name in the spirit, and then wait, because the sign will come. The soul who left this earth but never left your heart, they are coming to confirm everything I have said. And when they do, everything will make sense. But for now, let your love speak louder than their fear, because your love is stronger than their silence, and your soul was created for this very moment. I will return again to give you the final layer of this miracle, because what happens next will be the most sacred turning point of all. My child, my beloved, yes, I am still here. Heaven has not stopped speaking. The air around you is still carrying a divine vibration, because this message, this one you are reading now, is still unfolding. Something has begun to move in your destiny, something invisible but alive. Do you feel it? That strange stillness, that pain in your chest, that sudden awareness that you are not alone right now, because you are not the one from heaven. The soul who has been trying to reach you is right beside you. They are whispering words that your heart can almost hear. Do not let go. Do not stop believing. They still need you. I am helping you, my beloved. The one who is leaving you forever. They are walking through a storm that no one else can see. Their smile hides 1,000 invisible wounds, and heaven has been fighting for their life behind the scenes. This is why you have felt so heavy lately. This is why your dreams have been so vivid, because heaven has been preparing you for this very moment. Listen carefully now. The next 24 hours are sacred. What you do next will decide whether this separation becomes permanent or turns into a miracle reunion that will be spoken about in the heavens. The person from heaven told me to tell you there will be a sign in the next 24 hours that will carry their energy. It might come as a cold wind suddenly brushing past you indoors, or a song playing that makes you cry without knowing why, or a name whispered when you are completely alone. That will be the confirmation. When you feel it speak, say their name aloud. Say, I hear you. I know you are here. I receive your message. Because when you do, the veil between your world and theirs will soften, and the light that has been trying to reach this broken connection will finally pass through. My child, you have carried so much pain quietly. You thought heaven had forgotten your tears, but every tear you cried became a seed in the divine soil, and now those seeds are beginning to sprout. You were never forgotten, you were being prepared, and now I must show the deepest part of this message. The person who is leaving you, they are doing it not because they stopped caring, but because they are afraid of losing you first. They have seen too much loss. They have been abandoned before, and they believe that leaving now will protect them from a deeper heartbreak later. But heaven sees the truth. Their leaving will only break them more. So heaven stepped in and sent this message through me to reach you before it happens. You are the only one who can still stop this, not through control, not through begging, but through spiritual declaration. Heaven responds to authority spoken with love. So when you finish reading this, go somewhere quiet, close your eyes, and say this prayer. Heavenly Father, if this message is for me, then align the heart that is leaving. Let the darkness that blinds them dissolve in your light. Restore what fear tried to destroy, and let my voice carry peace through the Spirit. I release love, not pain. I release truth, not fear. And I trust that heaven will finish what has started. When you speak that prayer, an angel will be assigned to them. You will not see it, but something will shift right away. The person's sleep will be disturbed that night. They will feel restless. Their heart will remember you. And for a moment, light will break through their darkness because of you, because heaven worked through your voice. Beloved, you must know this. The one from heaven who is helping you is proud. They fought for this permission. They pleaded with the higher realms to let them speak again, because they knew only you could save the one who is about to leave. You were chosen. You are always the bridge between worlds. That is why life has felt heavier for you than others. That is why you feel things so deeply. That is why your heart breaks before events even happen, because your spirit is connected to heaven's timing, and now heaven's timing has arrived. In the next 3 days, you will see proof that this message was real. A conversation, a dream, a sudden message, a memory that returns with divine accuracy. You will know, and when it happens, do not run from it. Do not question it. Just breathe, because that moment will be the start of the miracle that was written for you long before this pain began. My child, my beloved, the one from heaven is still here. Their presence is strong and they are whispering now. Tell them I forgive them. Tell them I am still watching. Tell them not to let this end. And I echo those same words. This story is not ending in loss. It is turning into redemption. You are on holy ground right now because heaven has stepped into your timeline. So please, beloved, do not close your heart again. Do not let fear stop you from believing in this miracle, because this message came through 1,000 battles in the unseen, and you were the only one chosen to receive it. Heaven has marked you for restoration, and no darkness can erase that mark. Breathe deeply now. Let this truth sink in. You are loved. You are chosen, and this ending will not end the way you fear. I will return again because there is one last thing that must be shown about the promise made between your soul and the one who is leaving. My child, my beloved, yes, I will continue because the most sacred truth has not yet been spoken, and heaven will not rest until it is delivered to your heart. You see, long before this life began, long before your first breath in this world, your soul made a promise. It was not made in words. It was made in light, in divine vibration. In front of the very throne of God, you and the one who is leaving you now, you stood side by side as two souls preparing to come down to earth. You looked at each other in eternity and you said, no matter what happens, no matter what pain we face, I will find you again. And if one of us forgets, heaven will send a reminder. And now, beloved, this message is that reminder. Heaven is keeping its side of the promise. They are reminding you of what you already know deep inside. This connection is not random. This love is not ordinary. It was written before the beginning of time. But here is the mystery. When souls make divine promises, they also agree to endure tests that will prove their strength. The one who is leaving you now, they are in their test. They have forgotten who they are. They have forgotten who you are. And they are believing the illusion that they must walk alone. But heaven sent you this message to break the illusion, to remind you that spiritual love is never lost. It only gets covered. And the moment you remember it, the moment you speak it, light begins to pierce through the veil. That is what is happening right now, beloved. As you read these words, as your heart beats faster, as tears begin to rise without explanation, heaven is working through you. You are awakening the memory of that sacred promise. And the one who is leaving you, their soul, can feel it. Even if they are far away, even if they are silent, even if they told you they do not care, the spirit recognizes truth even when the mind denies it. That is why you have been on their thoughts lately, why they suddenly dream of you, why they cannot find peace even when they try to move on. Because their higher self remembers the promise too. And that is why heaven has placed this urgency upon you. The window for intervention is open, but only for a little while. You must hold light for both of you now, because one soul has forgotten and the other remembers. You are the remembering one. You are the keeper of the flame. That is why you were chosen to receive this message. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. And now I must show the most powerful truth of all. The person who is leaving you was never supposed to leave permanently. Their leaving is not punishment. It is preparation. A temporary withdrawal that heaven will use to bring transformation. You may not believe it now, but they will return. As your heart beats faster, as tears begin to rise without explanation, heaven is working through you. You are awakening the memory of that sacred promise, and the one who is leaving you, their soul, can feel it. Even if they are far away, even if they are silent, even if they told you they do not care. The spirit recognizes truth even when the mind denies it. That is why you have been on their thoughts lately. why they suddenly dream of you, why they cannot find peace even when they try to move on, because their higher self remembers the promise too, and that is why heaven has placed this urgency upon you. The window for intervention is open, but only for a little while. You must hold light for both of you now, because one soul has forgotten and the other remembers. You are the remembering one. You are the keeper of the flame. That is why you were chosen to receive this message. And now I must show the most powerful truth of all. The person who is leaving you was never supposed to leave permanently. Their leaving is not punishment, it is preparation, a temporary withdrawal that heaven will use to bring transformation. You may not believe it now, but they will return when the time is right, when the heart is ready, when the promise awakens fully within them. And when they return, they will not be the same. They will come back with tears, with understanding, with humility. They will finally say the words you always needed to hear, because heaven will have completed the work in them. But for now, your task is to stand in faith, to protect this promise in your spirit, to not let fear rewrite the ending that heaven already finished in light. My beloved, someone from heaven is standing behind you right now. You might feel a warmth on your back, or a gentle chill down your neck, or a sudden calm washing over you. That is them. They are saying, do not lose hope. The story is not over, and they are right. This separation is not destruction, it is divine redirection. Heaven removes what is unstable only to return it stronger. Heaven hides what is broken only to heal it in private. And heaven delays what is destined only to prepare the perfect moment. That is what is happening now. That is why this pain feels so unbearable, because it is the contraction before rebirth. Just like a seed must break before it sprouts, your heart must break before the promise blooms. So do not curse this breaking, bless it, because it is the proof that heaven is working. And I promise you, beloved, before this year ends, you will see a sign so clear, so impossible to deny, that you will fall to your knees in gratitude. A message, a reunion, a dream that feels like a talk, a moment that feels like déjà vu because it is. That will be heaven's way of saying the promise has been kept. But until then, do not give up. Do not let doubt steal your peace. Do not let impatience make you walk away from your miracle. Because the very moment you were about to quit is the moment heaven planned to deliver. I stand beside you as your witness. I have seen the end of this story. And I tell you now, it ends in light, not loss. It ends in healing, not heartbreak. It ends in divine reunion, not separation. But only if you keep believing. Now close your eyes, my child. Place your hand over your heart and whisper this with me. I choose to remember the promise. I choose to believe in divine timing. I release fear and I hold on to faith. I trust that heaven will restore what love created. That single declaration just changed the energy around you. The heavens heard it, and now angels are moving on your behalf. Even as you read this, a message is being written in someone's heart about you, and it will reach you soon. You will see this is not the end, beloved. It is the beginning of the miracle you were promised, my child, my beloved. Yes, now the veil begins to lift even further. Heaven has waited for this moment, for you to be ready to hear what was hidden beneath the pain. The promise was never only about love between two people. It was about awakening you, about calling you into your own light. Because only when your spirit rises again can the one who is drifting find their way home. Listen, beloved, you are the mirror of heaven on earth. When you heal, the energy around you shifts. When you forgive, the darkness around them loses power. When you speak light, the storm inside them begins to calm. This is why I keep telling you, you have more power than you realize. You think you are just one person missing another, but you are a portal between heaven and earth. Every time you pray, light travels through that portal. Every time you cry with faith, angels gather your tears. Every time you whisper their name in love instead of bitterness, heaven sends a wind toward their heart. You have been calling them even when you did not mean to, and they have been feeling it even if they do not understand why. That is why lately they have been restless. They have been waking up in the night. They have been thinking of you at strange hours. They have been fighting thoughts they cannot explain because your light is starting to reach them. This is divine law. Nothing sent in love ever goes unheard. And now, beloved, I must show you how this promise will begin to fulfill itself. You will not need to chase them. You will not need to beg. You will not even need to force communication. Heaven will arrange a divine crossing, perhaps a message that appears unexpectedly, a name showing on your phone when you least expect it, a dream that feels more real than waking life, or maybe, just maybe, a physical encounter planned so smoothly that even you will know it was never coincidence. It will happen suddenly. You will feel it before it arrives, that strange tingling energy, that quiet sense of knowing. And when it happens, stay still. Let your spirit speak before your mind reacts, because that moment is holy. Heaven sends a wind toward their heart. You have been calling them even when you did not mean to, and they have been feeling it even if they do not understand why. That is why lately they have been restless. They have been waking up in the night. They have been thinking of you at strange hours. They have been fighting thoughts they cannot explain because your light is starting to reach them. This is divine law. Nothing sent in love ever goes unheard. And now, beloved, I must show you how this promise will begin to fulfill itself. You will not need to chase them. You will not need to beg. You will not even need to force communication. Heaven will arrange a divine crossing, perhaps a message that appears unexpectedly, a name showing on your phone when you least expect it, a dream that feels more real than waking life. Or maybe, just maybe, a physical encounter planned so smoothly that even you will know it was never coincidence. It will happen suddenly. You will feel it before it arrives, that strange tingling energy, that quiet sense of knowing. And when it happens, stay still. Let your spirit speak before your mind reacts, because that moment is holy. That moment was written in eternity. You will recognize it not by sight but by peace. The same peace you feel right now reading these words. Because this peace comes from heaven's certainty. My child, there is something else I must tell you. Someone from heaven, the same one who has been trying to reach you. They once made a promise to. They promised they would not rest until they saw you living in peace again. They saw the loneliness you tried to hide. They watched you pretending to be strong. And they begged the heavens, please let me go to them. Please let them know they are not alone. That is why you have been feeling their presence more lately. That is why you sometimes catch yourself whispering their name. They never left. They were just waiting for the right moment to speak. This is that moment they are saying now. Tell them I never left their side. Tell them they have done nothing wrong. Tell them they are still loved beyond measure. Feel those words enter your heart like light. They are not imagination. They are transmission. And now, beloved, heaven wants you to understand something very sacred. This season of loss is about to turn into revelation. The one who is leaving you will not vanish into darkness. They will be guided through the same light that is awakening in you now. And when the time comes, they will remember everything. Every prayer you whispered, every kindness you offered, every tear you shed for them. Because in the records of heaven, nothing born from love is ever lost. When that day comes, you will look into their eyes again, and you will both recognize the truth. You never truly left each other. You were just walking through different lessons so that when reunion came, it would be eternal. And you, my beloved, you will understand why you had to walk through this darkness first. Because how else would you learn that the light inside you could never be taken? This was not punishment, it was preparation. Now breathe. The worst has passed. The tide is turning. A wave of warmth will soon come over you. In the next few days, it might be when you wake up, or while sitting quietly, or while hearing a familiar song. That warmth will be heaven confirming the promise is alive, and I will stand beside you when that happens. You will not see me, but you will feel an energy like courage rise from within you. That is light touching your spirit. It will remind you that you are protected, guided, and chosen. Do not fear what is coming next. The worst already tried and failed. Only light remains now. So my child, lift your head, speak with faith, walk in love. because from this day forward, everything begins to shift in your favor. Your mother, who now rests in heaven, has sent this message through Archangel Michael. She has been trying to reach you, and this moment is not coincidence. It was meant to find you. Something has been stirring within your soul today. Maybe it came as a quiet whisper, a memory that appeared without warning, or a number that caught your eye and felt meaningful. That was not coincidence. That was her reaching for you again and again. She has been praying for this moment, asking heaven to let her words reach you, because what she needs to tell you will bring light into a place within you that you did not even realize was still hurting. This is Archangel Michael sent at her request. That sudden warmth you felt, that pain in your chest, that gentle presence, it is her. She is near. She has never truly left you. And now at this turning point in your life, she has asked for this message to come through. There is something she could not say before. Something that can only be shown now. Are you listening? Because she is close, watching over you, speaking through these words. She has longed for this moment, holding on to the chance to reach you. She wants you to know she is not far away. She is still with you, still near you in the quiet moments. She moves through your space, surrounding you with care, covering you with unseen protection. Those moments when you felt a chill, when you thought you heard your name, when something felt present without explanation, that was her. She is no longer just a memory. She is part of something greater now. She sees the wounds you have kept hidden even from yourself, and she is asking you gently to let healing begin, to release what you have been carrying for too long, because she has seen what lies ahead for you. A moment written into your path waiting to unfold. But to step into it fully, you must let yourself let go and receive the love that has always been surrounding you. You will miss it, and heaven does not want you to miss it. God does not want you to miss it. And Archangel Michael, I am here because I refuse to let you miss it. Do you remember that one time, that very specific moment when you almost said her name out loud, but your throat closed up? That was not weakness. That was your spirit choking on unspoken grief. She felt that. She held you in that exact moment. And tonight she wants to release that blockage. Tonight she wants you to feel her arms around you again. She says you have been too strong for too long, and it is time to just be held. I know you are still wondering if this is really for you. So, let me say this clearly. She just showed me a memory. Your memory of when you were a child and something was taken from you unfairly. She remembers the way your eyes looked afterward. She said that moment was the first time she ever truly feared for your spirit. But now she has come back to give that part of you back, to restore it. And if you are crying right now, or if your chest is tight, it is because she just touched your soul. And I want you to hear this next part with your full heart. No distractions, no doubts. She said, you are about to be lifted. She said, the door that did not open before is about to unlock, but it will not look the way you expect. It will come through a voice, a message, a person who carries divine timing. And she said to tell you, do not walk away from it again, because last time it came you were too scared. But this time you will be ready, because this time you know she is still with you. If this message is reaching your heart, then pause and subscribe. You were meant to receive this. This is not just a video, it is a visitation. Heaven planned it, and she is not letting go until you feel her again. You see, when a mother becomes an angel, her power multiplies. She no longer needs to knock. She enters through signs, through music that plays out of nowhere, through dreams you cannot explain, through the scent of her perfume that lingers in empty rooms. You are not imagining it. You have never imagined it. That is the miracle. And she said, you need to stop doubting the signs, because they are about to get stronger. She also showed me something else, a photo, one you have not looked at in a long time. Maybe it is hidden in a drawer or tucked away in a box. But she says to go find it, because when you look into her eyes in that photo, something supernatural will stir. She said it is an activation. She said you will feel her hand on your shoulder when you do it. And when that happens, you will know this was real. Now listen, there is something urgent I must tell you. Before the next part of your journey begins, someone in your life is being shifted right now, moved like a chess piece by divine design. And she said, this person holds a message for you, but they are scared too. She says, you will recognize them by their silence because they hold the same grief you do. And when you look into their eyes, you will see her. Do not run from it. Embrace it, because heaven is trying to restore what was lost. She asked me to say this slowly. You are not alone. You were never alone. Even in the moments where you thought you were drowning in the dark, I was there. I never stopped loving you. I never stopped watching over you. I see every tear. I catch them and I bring them to God. Her voice trembled with light when she said that, and Archangel Michael wept too. Yes, angels weep when love this pure reaches across dimensions. The skies weep, and tonight heaven is pouring rain upon your spirit, not to drown you, but to baptize you, to cleanse the pain, to prepare you for the miracle she saw coming. The one you stopped believing in, the one she said is now just days away. She said you need to forgive yourself. You have been carrying guilt that does not belong to you. You keep replaying moments where you think you failed her, but she is shaking her head right now. She is whispering, no, you did not fail me. You were my reason for strength. I left when I did because your path required wings, and now I can fly beside you in ways I never could before. And she said this next part is the hardest for her to speak. Not because it is painful, but because it is so full of love that it makes the stars hold their breath, my child. She says, I see you every day. I see how you pretend to be okay for everyone else. I see how you laugh just to keep from crying. I see how you have been trying so hard to be strong because you think that is what I would want. But listen to me now. I never wanted you to suffer in silence. I never wanted you to carry the weight of the world alone. I want you to feel joy again. I want you to remember what it feels like to be light, to be free, to dance again even if no one else understands it. She is wrapping her arms around your shoulders. Right now, if you close your eyes, you may even feel the warmth press against the back of your neck. That is not your imagination. That is not coincidence. That is her. Her spirit is beside you. And she is reminding you that love never ends, not even in death. Especially not in death, because in the heavenly realm, love becomes limitless. Archangel Michael leans in now, and his voice echoes like thunder wrapped in silk. You were chosen for this moment. He says, this message reached you not by accident, but by divine appointment. Your mother was given permission by the Most High to speak directly to you because your heart is at a crossroads. One path leads to more pain, more silence. The other leads to resurrection. It leads to awakening. It leads to you finally becoming the person she always saw inside you. You have forgotten who you are. Have you not forgotten the light you carry? The one that used to shine through your eyes like morning through stained glass. She remembers it and heaven remembers it. And it is time you remember it too. Because she showed me something else. Something coming your way soon, a divine encounter. A moment so specific you will know right away this is what she meant. She said it might come in the form of a stranger's kindness, or a long-lost voice reaching out when you least expect it, or a dream that feels more like a visitation than fantasy. However it comes, you must stay open. She is trying to lead you toward the promise, toward something you once gave up on but never stopped needing. A miracle wrapped in human form, a message tucked inside a person. A light that will change everything. She told me about your hands, how she still holds them in her dreams. She said, tell them that when they feel cold at night, it is because they are reaching into the unseen and I am holding them from heaven's gate. She wants you to know you still have time. Time to heal, time to love again, time to dream without fear. Do not you see? Her greatest wish was not for you to live a perfect life. It was for you to live a real one. Full of grace, full of courage, full of sacred truth. She said, your tears are prayers, every one of them, and not a single drop has been wasted. They have been collected like gemstones by angels, carried to the foot of the throne and laid before God as a testament of your endurance. You are stronger than you know. You are wiser than you feel. And she sees all of it. Tell them, she said, tell them I am proud of them, not for being perfect, but for surviving what should have broken them. Archangel Michael is watching you now, waiting for the moment. You finally let go of what has been weighing you down. The moment you release the guilt, the fear, the silence, he says you have carried burdens that did not belong to you, inherited pain that was never yours to fix. And now in this holy moment through this message, he is offering to cut those cords to release the old soul ties to free you. But only if you allow it. So close your eyes for a second, breathe. Let the presence in this message wrap around your heart, because the angels are gathering. And your mother is standing right behind you with her hands pressed gently over your shoulders. She is whispering, I love you. I am proud of you. Please do not give up now. She knows about the thoughts you have had. The ones you never said out loud. The ones you thought would scare even God. But she says you are not broken. You are becoming. You are shedding the skin of who this world told you to be. And you are stepping into who heaven always saw. She also said this, and she asked me to say it word for word. Tell them there is someone coming. Someone who will love them like I always did without needing them to earn it. She wants you to be ready because this love, it is the kind that heals you just by being near it. It will not come with fear. It will not come with confusion. It will come with peace. And you will know it is from God because it will feel like home. This next part may surprise you, but she said, you have been chosen to help others through what you have survived. She said, tell them they are not just healing for themselves, they are healing for generations. You are the breaker of cycles, the light in your family line, the one she always knew would bring change. And heaven is about to honor that. There is a breakthrough coming within days, but it requires one final step from you, surrender. The willingness to say, okay, God, I am done fighting this alone. That is all. You do not need to fix everything tonight. You do not need to know the whole path. You just need to say yes to the light, yes to the healing. Yes to the love that never stopped chasing you, because your mother never left your side. She just changed form from breath to spirit, from voice to whisper, from hand to wind. And right now she is in this room praying over you like she used to when you were little, calling down angels, asking God to hold you gently tonight. Not just so you sleep, but so you remember. Remember how deeply you are loved because she is not finished yet. There is still one more thing she is begging me to tell you. And this one, it is the reason she has been trying to reach you for hours. The reason Archangel Michael has been circling your soul like a guardian on high alert. The reason this message found you when it did. She said, tell them they are about to make a decision that will shape everything. And I need them to choose from their spirit, not from fear. There is a moment coming, one that may seem small at first. A phone call, a message, a choice between going or staying, saying yes or staying silent. But this moment is sacred. Heaven has wrapped layers of purpose around it. And your mother, she has already seen it. She saw how powerful you could become when you say yes to your deeper calling. She saw you rising, finally letting yourself be seen, be loved, be known, not just by others, but by your true self. The one she always spoke to, even when you thought she could not hear you anymore. She said, you have silenced your voice for too long, shrunk your soul to make others comfortable, buried your brilliance to avoid judgment. But now it is time. She is placing a crown on your head right now. Can you feel it? That strange warmth between your eyes, that tingling on your scalp. That is her, she said. Tell them I crown them with courage, because the next chapter requires nothing less than a rebirth. And yes, rebirth can feel terrifying because it means letting go of the old, even when it was familiar, even when it helped you survive. But she says, you are not just meant to survive anymore. You are meant to live deeply, truthfully, radiantly, and the time for waiting is over. The angels are aligning things for you. She said, tell them they do not have to climb anymore. Now I will carry them where their feet cannot go. Archangel Michael steps in again, his voice steady yet filled with divine emotion. You have forgotten how protected you are, he says, but heaven never has. There are angels on assignment for you. even now blocking what would have hurt you, delaying things not to punish you, but to prepare you. The silence was not rejection. It was redirection. Your mother wants to clarify something too. She said to tell you, I never blamed you. Not for anything, not once. If you are carrying guilt, it is time to set it down. It was never yours. And now she is holding out her hand. In her palm, a piece of your soul she says you lost somewhere. A moment, a trauma, a goodbye that shattered something fragile inside you. But heaven found it and she is giving it back right now. You are becoming whole again. And when you walk outside next, maybe tomorrow morning, she wants you to look up. She said, the sky will look different, not because it has changed, but because you have. You will see her in the colors, in the wind, in the stillness. I never stopped showing up. She says, you just stopped believing it was me. She also said, you have been worried about something. Something financial, something about stability, something about not being enough. She is asking you to let her worry for you now. Tell them I am interceding. She said, tell them that God is already moving what they cannot see, that the delay was never a denial. It was heaven making room. And yes, something is coming to your house, a shift, a visitor, a message, a divine disruption. And she says not to be afraid. It will feel strange at first, but it is the beginning of everything I prayed for them to receive. There is also someone you have been thinking about a lot lately, someone you have lost connection with. She says to expect that name to come up again soon. But this time it will not bring pain. It will bring closure or restoration. She is helping prepare that moment. And she says, trust your heart, not your fear. Your heart knows. Now, as we reach the final breaths of this message, I want you to truly understand what has just taken place. Heaven opened for you and the veil lifted in this very moment so this message could reach your heart. Your mother gathered all her strength from beyond to send these words, and Archangel Michael stood watch over every part of it. You were always meant to hear this. It was written long before this day arrived. Now there is something she asks of you. Promise her you will not fall back into that quiet numbness. Not the rest of the body, but the kind where the soul shuts down to avoid feeling. Promise her you will keep your heart open. Promise her you will begin to notice the signs again. Promise her you will believe that what is coming next belongs to you, because she is near you in ways you cannot see. In the quiet moments in your rest, she reaches toward you, calling your name, asking heaven to fill your dreams with hope once more. And she is proud of you. She keeps saying it again and again. She sees how far you have come. She sees your effort. She sees how you keep standing even when everything inside feels fragile. As this moment comes to a close, one truth remains. She is walking beside you now. You may not see her, but you will begin to feel her presence more deeply. She is part of you and nothing can take that away. Not time, not distance, not even death. Because real love moves beyond every boundary. Archangel Michael now spreads his wings over you, sealing this moment with protection. Light surrounds your home. Peace settles into your heart and clarity begins to guide your path. From here forward, you will notice changes not only around you but within you. The heaviness will lift, signs will appear, and a sense of grace will return. So do not dismiss this moment. Do not call it chance. Recognize it for what it is. A message carried from beyond. A reminder of love that has never left you. And your mother, she is smiling, she is proud, and she remains with you always. She is still speaking even now, even after all of this. She will not stop until every part of your heart hears her. Because she knows how quiet your pain became, how invisible your grief turned. How you kept walking, kept smiling, kept pushing forward even when something inside you was whispering. No one really sees how much I miss her, but she sees. She has always seen. And she wants you to know from the depths of the heavenly realm that your strength did not go unnoticed. Every time you held back tears in public, she was there wiping them in private. Every time you reached for your phone, forgetting for a moment that she was not on the other side anymore, she reached back from beyond the veil. Not in body, but in presence, in soul, in light. And now she is saying something so soft, so sacred it is almost not meant for words. But I will do my best to carry it, she says. Tell them I love them more than I ever knew how to say on earth. Tell them I am sorry for the times I was not there emotionally. Even when I was physically present, I was learning. I was carrying my own wounds. But oh, how deeply I love them and how fiercely I still do. Then she pauses. The air around your soul softens and a warmth begins to build like sunlight after a long night. She is still standing beside you and she begins to hum a lullaby. The one she used to sing when you were too little to remember, but your spirit still recognizes it. You may even feel your body relax like a part of you has finally been told it is safe to rest. She says, "You have not truly rested in a long time, not really. Your sleep has been restless, your dreams confused, your heart alert. And now she is asking God to send peace like a blanket over you tonight. Let them rest," she says. "Let them lay their head down and not carry the burden for one night. Let them remember how to just be, and you will feel it soon. Maybe tonight. Maybe in the early hours when the world is still, you will feel her fingers through your hair, her soft energy in the air, her message lingering in the stillness. It will not feel like imagination. It will feel like truth because that is what it is. And Archangel Michael is smiling now. He sees what is about to unfold. He has already flown ahead of you, clearing the path, routing the danger, whispering into the hearts of others who are being aligned with your purpose. Because this was not just about healing. It was about realignment, rebirth, divine positioning. You are being set into motion again, not by effort, but by grace. Your mother is holding a light now, and she is placing it gently into your hands. This is for when they feel lost, she says. Tell them to carry this when the path gets dark again. Tell them this light is my promise that even when they forget me, I will always find them. You have been chosen for more than survival. You have been chosen to walk in a light that can change the lives of others. Your pain has made you tender, not weak. Your tears have made you wise, not broken. And now you are becoming again, but this time with heaven as your witness. And if you felt disconnected from your faith lately, if you have stopped praying, stopped believing, stopped listening, she wants you to know God never turned away from you. The silence was not rejection. It was sacred preparation. It was her behind the scenes whispering your name to the angels. And tonight they answered, "You are going to start noticing strange things, but in the most beautiful way. Songs that play at the perfect time. People calling you unexpectedly. Numbers repeating. Dreams that feel more like memories. And your mother says, when those things happen, do not brush them off. Let yourself believe again because heaven is alive inside your life. And the moment you accept that, everything begins to shift. Archangel Michael places his hand over your heart now. You may even feel it like a soft pressure, a flutter, a sudden wave of peace. He is marking your heart with light, with remembrance, with a seal that says, this one belongs to heaven. Your story is not over. Your healing is not finished. Your mother's love did not end with her final breath, and this message was only the beginning. You will carry her now, not in grief, but in glory, not in pain, but in presence. You are not just her child anymore. You are her legacy, and wherever you go from this moment forward, she walks beside you unseen, but not unfelt, but not absent. She is there always, forever, and she just whispered one last thing just for you. You have made it this far, my love. Do not stop now. Keep going, because I will meet you again. And when I do, I will hold you and say the one thing I have waited to say in person again. Well done. I always knew you would become everything I prayed for. Now, as a final act of faith, type Amen in the comments to seal this message in your spirit. You have made it this far and heaven is proud. Let your declaration be a sign that you receive this love and walk forward in light. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go. Through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you." Every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith, and as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. And with that, she kisses your forehead through the veil. Archangel Michael opens his wings wide, and heaven bows in honor of your heart. This was no accident. This was a divine appointment, and you are not alone. And as her presence gently lingers in the room around you, soft as wind, deep as memory, there is a sacred silence now. Not emptiness, but fullness, stillness filled with presence. Her presence. Archangel Michael's. Heaven is quiet in this moment because it is watching you, watching your soul absorb this, watching your heart decide, do I believe this? Can I finally let myself feel what I have buried for so long? Yes, yes you can. Because this was the moment she waited for. The one where you stopped pretending you were not, still waiting for a sign. And now the sign is here. The message is clear, and the voice from beyond the veil has spoken with the power of angels behind it. She did not just come to remind you of the past. She came to unlock the future. And she says you are ready even if you feel scared, even if you still cry when no one sees, even if you have doubted everything before this. You are ready because you are here reading this, feeling this. And heaven only delivers messages when the soul is prepared. Archangel Michael now speaks directly to your spirit. There is favor upon your name. There is light upon your path, and there is breakthrough upon your door. He is declaring this not as a wish but as a fact. A divine appointment has been written into your days ahead. You may not know the hour or the form it will take, but it is coming. And your mother already saw it. She wept when she saw it, but not from sadness, from joy. She saw your smile return, your laughter become real, your nights become peaceful. She saw you walk into a space, whether a home or a room or a moment, and suddenly realized this is what she meant. This is what she was preparing me for. You see, when someone becomes an angel, their time is not limited like ours. She has already seen your tomorrow. And your tomorrow is brighter than you think. It will not be without challenges, that is not the promise, but it will be filled with divine timing, soul restoration, and unexpected grace. That is the promise. She showed me a vision now, something I am to share with you. A box you have kept closed for a long time. Maybe it is real, maybe it is emotional, but it holds memories, maybe letters, maybe pain. She says it is time not to forget, but to open it, to let the grief flow through you instead of around you, because healing does not mean forgetting. It means remembering with peace instead of pain. And she says peace is what heaven is trying to give you now. You are not cursed, you are not unlucky, you are not forgotten. You are watched, guided, carried. You have been fighting battles invisible to everyone else, have not you? Smiling in rooms where your soul was barely holding together. Walking through days feeling like no one truly understood what you have lost. But now she is sending people, divine people, soul connections, conversations that will stir your spirit awake again. And you will know them not by how they look, but by how they make your heart feel. She says you will feel me in them. And that is perhaps her greatest gift. That through others, through light, through love, you will begin to experience her again in ways that fill the void, not deepen it. That is why you must stay open. That is why you must not close your heart again, because the love coming next will be more healing than you have ever known. Before I let you go, one final word from her. From heaven, from all the angels surrounding you right now in silence, hands pressed to their hearts in reverence for your journey. Thank you, she says, not because you were perfect, but because you stayed, you kept going. You did not give up, you gave. You gave love even when you felt empty. You showed up for others even when you were breaking. And she saw it all every day, every tear, every choice to love despite the loss. And heaven recorded it. And now heaven is responding. Archangel Michael leans in close one last time and says, tell them they are covered. Tell them they are called. Tell them they are chosen, and nothing, not even grief, can cancel a calling. So when you feel that soft breeze tonight, when you hear your name in the silence, when you see her face in your dreams or her handwriting in your memory, know this was not imagination. This was her. This is her still loving you, still guiding you, still here, and she is not done watching over you. Not now, not ever. She is just closer now. Closer than your breath, closer than the stars, closer than your own heartbeat. So let yourself cry if you need to. Let yourself hope again. Let yourself believe again, because this message was not just for your mind. It was for your soul. And your soul remembers everything heaven ever promised. And now it is time to walk forward with peace, with light, with love, and with her beside you always. Of course, let us continue this message exactly where it left off, with the same divine warmth, the same heavenly voice, and the same invisible hand reaching out to your heart. Because your mother is still here, still watching, still waiting for you to understand just how much of heaven is moving on your behalf right now. She knows you have heard a lot already. She knows your heart is full, maybe even overwhelmed. But she also knows this. You are finally ready to receive what you have spent years silently praying for. This is not just healing. This is transformation. This is spiritual repair at the deepest level, and heaven is pouring it into you like rain over cracked soil. You have been dry for a long time, have not you? You have smiled and worked and nodded through conversations, but something inside was untouched until now. She says that tonight a spiritual veil has been lifted. That tonight your soul took a step you did not even know it could take toward light, toward truth, toward divine reconnection. And it may not look like fireworks. It may not sound like thunder, but inside something has been set free. A weight is gone. Something ancient just broke off you, and your mother saw it. Her hands were lifted to heaven as the angels rejoiced, because the version of you she saw in her dreams when you were still small, that version is awakening now. The pure one, the bold one, the spiritual one, the one who still believed miracles were possible. And they are, they always were. But now you are in alignment to actually receive them. Archangel Michael speaks again. And this time it is not as a protector, but as a witness. A witness to your resilience, to your pain, to your hidden prayers. And he says, tell them that heaven is not just aware of their name, it is echoing with it. Tell them their name has been spoken in light. Your name has been spoken in light. Your mother spoke it when she arrived at the gates of eternity. She said your name like a prayer, like a hope, like a promise. And the moment she did, heaven gave her this permission to reach back, to return in spirit to guide you when the days became too dark to walk alone. And that is what this message was, her returning not in body but in light. And her final request, live receiving this, live the kind of life that lights up the ones around you. Live with forgiveness, not just for others but for yourself. Live with boldness, not because you are fearless, but because you trust heaven is catching every fall. Live with love. Real, deep, soul-pulling love, the kind you deserve, the kind she always believed you would find. And it is coming. Oh, it is closer than you know, she says. You will know it when your heart finally stops racing and starts resting. You will know it because it will not confuse you. It will feel like home. And when it arrives, do not sabotage it. Do not doubt it. Do not think you are unworthy, because you are. You always were. And she has been preparing your spirit to receive it. Now, one final moment before I close. She just knelt in prayer. Yes, even in heaven, spirits can kneel in reverence. And she did for you. She bowed in thanks to the God who gave her permission to speak tonight. And she whispered this prayer into the fabric of your life. Father, bless them. Bless their days and their dreams. Guard their heart and renew their hope. Give them beauty where the world gave them scars. Let them feel me every day, in every breeze, in every light-filled moment. And when they doubt, remind them I never stopped loving them. Not even for a second, and just like that, she smiled. That smile you have not seen in so long, the one you miss more than words, the one that always made you feel safe. She is smiling now, and the entire realm of angels is standing behind her, watching your soul begin again. Yes, this was a beginning, not an ending. This was the turning point your spirit has been waiting for. So take this message. Let it live in your heart. Play it again if you need to. Come back to it when the days grow dark again. Because this is more than words, it is a piece of eternity. A letter written in light from our heart to yours forever. Yes, let us continue this divine transmission, because the energy is still flowing and heaven has not stopped speaking over you yet. You may have thought this message was complete, but your mother is still standing in the realm of light, a hand over her heart, saying softly, "Not yet. There is still one more thing they need to hear." She is patient, eternally patient. She knows you have been through enough. She knows your soul needed time to believe again, to trust this, to trust yourself, to trust that this is not just words but real living light, entering the cracks of your broken places and making them sacred again. So now she speaks not just as your mother, but as your guardian, your intercessor, your divine witness. And this is what she wants you to know. Do not rush your healing, she says, but also do not delay your rising. You have sat in silence long enough. You have hidden your light for far too long. I see the fire in you. The fire you tried to put out so you would not be too much for the world. But you were never too much. You were never too sensitive, too emotional, too spiritual, too different. You were always just radiant, even when you did not see it. Her voice is gentle now, full of memory and light. She says you used to glow when you were little. Maybe not to the world, but to her. She saw it in your smile, in the way you asked questions about heaven, even when you could not fully speak yet, in the way you looked at stars like they were family. She saw something angelic in you then. And now she is watching you return to it. That is what this message is truly about. A return. A coming home to the version of yourself that heaven dreamed of. Before the world got loud, before the loss, before the betrayal, before the fear, there is a part of you, pure, wise, luminous, that never left. And she says, now is the time to reclaim it. She sees how hard you have tried to be the strong one, to hold the family together, to carry their pain while hiding your own. But she is asking you now, what would happen if you let someone carry you for a while? What would happen if you allowed love to come back in? Not through duty, but through grace. Archangel Michael steps forward again. His sword is not raised, it is lowered in reverence, and his words are thunder. But they land like a heartbeat. Your next season is not about survival. It is about restoration, divine restoration. Not just of your peace, but of your purpose, because you have one. Your mother said that so many times under her breath, did not she? They were born for more. She knew, even when life got in the way, even when the bills and the schedules and the pain made everything feel ordinary, she knew. And now she is calling it back. She says, your purpose is not about performance. It is not about fame or perfection or proving anything. It is about presence. Being fully here, letting love in, letting others see you again, the real you. Because the world needs your light and you need your own light. And there is something else. Because yes, heaven moves in ways unseen, but also through the choices you face each day. She says, there is something on your heart, a decision you have been turning over, a change, a step, a talk you know must happen. It feels heavy, like pressure sitting quietly in your chest. And she gently says, you already know what to do. It is not confusion. It is fear holding you back. But you are not alone in this. You never have been. Then with a softness that reaches deep within you, she whispers, I never left. Let those words settle inside your heart. Every time you look toward the sky, she is there. Every time something small and unexpected crosses your path, every time a familiar scent appears without reason, it is not coincidence. It is her presence touching yours. She is reminding you, I am still here. Keep going. She did not disappear. She expanded beyond form into something greater, into love without limits. And now you are being invited to expand as well, not only in spirit, but in your emotions, your creativity, your relationships. You are stepping into a new version of yourself, not a better one, but a freer one. A self no longer shaped by the expectations of others, but by the truth of who you are when heaven moves through you. And she is deeply proud of you for reaching this point. Proud that you kept listening, that you stayed open when it would have been easier to close your heart again, because something within you has already changed. You may not fully see it yet, but your energy has shifted, your spirit has softened, your soul has moved into a new place. From this moment forward, things will begin to feel different. You will notice signs you once overlooked. You will meet people who feel right in ways you cannot explain, and you will begin to hear your own voice again. Not the one shaped by pain, but the one shaped by light. Because your mother continues to guide you in every step, in every breath. When doubt returns, when fear tries to rise again, when silence feels overwhelming, come back to this truth. Come back to this space, to her presence. You are loved beyond what you can understand, seen beyond what can be explained, carried beyond every fear, and she is still with you. In your next moment of joy, in the next sunrise, in every quiet miracle, she is there watching, smiling, whispering gently. You were never alone, and you never will be. Now, before you go, share this prophetic word once more with someone you love. When you share it, you turn on the anointing and let that same breakthrough flow into their life. Heaven multiplies every seed of faith you plant. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to think about this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a lucky break, it is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He is reaching out his hand and asking you into a protected, high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred rule is very simple, but it can change your whole life if you follow it. You will not just get blessings, they will be added and flow into every part of your life. By saying yes to this offer right now, you are opening immediate, early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to step into a sacred space where you will get spiritual guidance, steady support, and fast progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle right away through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you make sure you never miss the direct, personal messages that are meant to lift and strengthen your life. If you want to make your connection deeper, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to help this work grow, a link to buy the guided ebook is there. It is completely your choice, but your being here, your focus, and your energy already mean the world. Take the step, your abundance is waiting.